Learning never exhausts the mind, said Leonardo da Vinci. If learning never exhausts the mind, then why do we feel stuck? Why do we feel drained? Why do we sometimes often lose the sight of who we are? For me, it came as a personal renaissance, as an inner rebirth of which reshaped not just my career but my entire identity. Standing before you today, I never thought I will be standing in front of you. And I was eager, I was curious growing up, but like many of us, I was boxed into expectations. I followed the path society laid out, ticking all the achievements, but something felt incomplete. I got graduated in 2018 and I soon got placed in a very good MNC. I was getting paid at the age of 21. That was a very good money compared to compared to what I was making, which was nothing, right? So everything was going well, at least according to the eye of everyone else around me in my life. But something felt incomplete, definitely, right? Because that wasn't my passion. But the financial freedom which the job gave me was pretty good. Everything was going well. I was very comfortable. So I decided I should go on this path. It seems fine. I'm getting paid. I'm comfortable. Then why should I take a risk and do something just because I feel incomplete? That's what my thought was. But a particular event happened. I lost my father. So I realized that life is very unpredictable. Anything can happen to anyone, to me, to the people I love, and we don't know what is going to happen next month. We don't know what is going to happen next week. We don't know what is going to happen next moment. Then what are we waiting for? Life is momentary. So I decided to follow my passion. Obviously, I didn't know what was my passion was. I just wanted to be in the show business. So I started where I can, when I can, and I was working night shifts, and I wasn't pretty okay enough to give up my job because for a middle class woman, I had to have that job to support my family, to support myself, to follow my passion. And I strongly still believe that if you want to follow your passion, you definitely have to be financially independent. I stand by that statement. Whoever tells you that give up your job, go find what you love, do what you love, that's a lie according to me because of my experience, because that job which I had before made me who I am today, because that money which I made from that job led me to follow my passion. So to anyone, I will say focus on making money first, prioritize because money is important, and then try to follow your passion. It's never late. And the hardest part of being in the show business or in the public eye, people are entitled to have an opinion on your body. Whether it is women, whether it is men or anyone, people are entitled to have an opinion on your body. And I still remember the first comment that I got in internet about my body: to gain weight. Nowadays, it's to lose weight. So what can I do? So I had to gain weight 3 years ago. Now I had to lose weight. So I sat down and thought for a second, am I really going to let a stranger on the internet define my body? I'm going through a lot already. I'm working night shift, I'm sacrificing my sleep, my health, my meals. So why am I letting someone else define my body and shrink me down? So I decided not to listen to anyone on the internet unless and until that person is trying to help me. So anyone who have been body shamed, I just want to tell you this: your value is not tied to the number on the scale or the dress size or how society perceives you. And this just doesn't happen on the internet. It happens on a daily basis, disguised in conversation as concern, and it doesn't just happen to women, it happens to everyone. let's talk about internet, where opinions come unfiltered and sometimes unkind. So being in the show business, it's very important to get feedback, but sometimes it won't be constructive criticism, it will be straightforward hate. I recollect a incident which happened very recently. A hate comment came to my reel. So it wasn't subtle, it was a direct hate where the person was trying to label me, stereotype me, where I question myself, my entire existence, my entire journey, whether I'm doing it right, what am I doing wrong, why am I not enough, everything was being questioned. So again, I have to sit down and think, am I going to let this person hurt me? And working in the show business, it's very important to take feedbacks, but constructive criticism and hate does only have a thin line difference. So it's very important to recognize them, and it's very hard to recognize also. So how can we do that? We just don't get feedbacks in internet, right? But on daily basis, face to face, we will get it. So I sat down and thought for a moment, and I found out a way, like, is this person trying to help me? Or does this person giving me something actionable? Or if I am face to face to this person, whether I am going to listen to the advice that he or she is giving me? If no, then it's not our truth to carry, right? If that person is not trying to help me, then why am I going to listen? Okay, and the constructive criticism will sounds like, I really love what you're doing, but I think you can improve in this area. That's a good criticism, right? But the hate will comes very straight, and it won't be subtle, and it will be like, you should quit, you are not enough, you are not good, why are you doing this, you should stop this. It will sound like that. So try to understand the difference, and it's very important to understand it, and it's very important to take feedbacks also. Now let's talk about love. So love, I recently learned very new things about love, and I think renaissance happened in the area of love also to me, not just in internet, not just my career. Okay, so I used to think that I am not worthy enough to be loved, I am not successful, I am not perfect, I am not enough to be loved. But one person came into my life, and it changed everything. He changed everything. He is my person, my best friend, and my home. And that person, or through that journey, I learned that love isn't in grand gestures. It's in laughing for the dumbest jokes and being seen, truly seen, and still being loved. So if you ever feel like you are not worthy enough to be loved, just think, in the eyes of the right person, you will be perfect, you will be enough, you will be everything. So, and the transformation of my career wasn't just the best thing that happened to me, it was learning how to be loved. And the transformation from corporate job to modeling to content creation to creating something on my own, it wasn't easy, it was uncomfortable. I have to unlearn a lot of things. I have to unlearn the fear of judgment, I have to unlearn the fear of failure, I have to unlearn the fear of being seen. So if you are stuck, you are waiting for some approval, then let me tell you this, your inner rebirth is waiting for you. Your inner renaissance is waiting for you. And the moment you embrace the discomfort, the moment you decide never to stop learning, you have set yourself free, because learning never exhausts the mind, it ignites it. Thank you.